Okay, great. So we're recording now. So before we get started, can we just go ahead, yes, Alexis, and agree to share the recording, the video publicly with a thumbs up or a verbal? Yes.
Yes.
Great. Thank you, Renesia and everybody. Awesome. Okay, great. So I want to, first of all, take a moment to acknowledge and thank Maria for agreeing to lead the production team for another week going forward. So yes, thank you very much, Maria. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you leading us this past week and continuing to lead us. So it's really, really great. And I'm gonna let Maria pretty much run the meeting. I'm sure there's a lot I'm gonna want to share along the way. But let me go ahead and just let you take it away, Maria. Before you do, just let me thank everyone on the team for all of the work that you guys have been putting in, especially this past week with the preparing for the FDA and now, what we're doing preparing again. So really awesome. I really honor and appreciate everyone on the team. Thank you guys. Production rocks. All right, cool. With that, please take it away, Maria.
So first of all, hi everyone. How are you? Okay,
Great.
So for today, we wanted the agenda. Hello. So we have been working on the agenda. So this week, you guys know that we are still doing the like another FDA presentation. Is on Tuesday, right, Jared?
Yes, Tuesday,
Okay.
week from today.
Awesome. So yeah, we're going to work on that. So also between today and tomorrow, we are going to work on editing videos in order to upload them to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So we know that Alexis and Renisha are the ones that are going to be like in chief of that. They maybe like right now in the meeting, we are going to talk about that, right? We're going to say what we are going to do and all of that. Yes, okay. So with this will also like become a routine, and we will work on getting faster at this to be able to have videos edited within a short amount of hours or minutes. Like we have a video and right away we can edit that. We can upload it to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and we are going to have this like automated because it's what we need basically to reach more people, and it's the main goal of the production team right now. So also, do you guys see the top 5 breakthroughs video yet? Yeah. Okay, awesome. So yeah, I leave the feedback. Also, Renisha did it. I think that Alexis as well. I didn't check on the last ones. So yeah, so also with that, we leave the feedback and the creation of visuals that we are going to talk about regarding like the graphics, animations, and yeah, all of that, and the background music. So yeah.
Awesome.
So if you want me to go to the document, let me know.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for setting everything up, Maria, and giving us an overview of all that there is. So just to share a little bit more about what Maria was saying. You want to stop sharing for a moment, Maria, and I'll just talk for a little bit. I had a conversation with Renasia and Alexis today to talk about, the new emphasis and, the roles that I would like to invite them, to play in taking the lead on this. And Renasia and Alexis have both agreed to, really support in those areas. So really, really appreciate that. It's really going to be super helpful. I told Renasia because Renasia has 20 hours available throughout the week, that if she can do, like 4 hours a day for the 5 days during the week, that would be like ideal, because I'm producing all this new content. If I can just hand it to her and she can spend the time, turning it into refined content that we can put out, that would be amazing. So we're really going to work towards that. And I want to really take a moment to honor and appreciate you, Renasia, for making that level of commitment to really, you know, on a daily basis, be helping us really put out what we want to put out in terms of content as a team. I told Renasia that it's, you know, maybe the most important role on the team right now to be able to do that. So Renasia's, you know, taking the lead on that. Alexis is going to help her as well, and we'll probably have other helpers along the way that are doing similar sort of work. But the way I'm seeing it is I'm seeing that Renasia is going to become like the master, and she's going to be like the one that's like everybody else is like, you know, coming to her for tutelage and that sort of thing, but she's going to be the master at this. And it's going to be very similar, you know, I think, since all of you were, well, you weren't in the meeting that we just had, Maria, but other than you, we just, you know, talked about certain things, like, for example, what I'm going to be presenting to the FDA Advisory Committee. And I was talking about, you know, some of the modeling that we're doing and that sort of thing. And so there were some nuggets in there in what I said. And so Renasia and Alexis, I want to explain it to you this way, since we both, you know, we all had this kind of conversation earlier, is that I wanted to get to where you guys are like tuning in the way that you're listening to me. You're like, you'll kind of have like an alarm that'll go off in your head. It'll be something like, Jared's dropping a nugget type of thing. And so it'll be, you know, basically these nuggets. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Alexis. It'll be these nuggets, you know, of information that I'm dropping at times that you guys will just, you know, after a time of doing this processing, you'll know when, oh, Jared's just kind of like going off on a tangent and this is just something that needs to get cut out. Or oh wait, I haven't heard this before. He's really like going off now. Like this is something that we have to make sure that we capture and put somewhere, type of thing. So you get that, Alexis and Renasia. It's where I think you guys are going to start to tune in more and more to like the real gems in the things that I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I think that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I think that's where, again, it's just going to be a process where you guys will get better and better. But what we're going to start with is essentially, you know, like what I shared with you. So let's like use a real, like the real example. Okay. And this is going to be interesting. Wow. This is going to be in our recorded conversation. Let me maybe cue this up to make sure that the first part is okay. Since I'm doing this unchecked. Hold on a second. I'll just pause the recording. Let's keep it simple. Okay, so I apologize, Alexis and Renasia. I always get it mixed up which of you does the minutes for this meeting production. Alexis, right? That's what I thought. So Alexis, are you on the minutes for this for tonight?
Yes, I am.
Okay, got it. Great, perfect. Okay, awesome. So let's continue. Let's actually pause the video again real quick. Meeting. Advisory committee meeting considering the Pfizer vaccine for 5 to 11-year-olds that they're going to be considering at their October 26th meeting, which concerns and issues and all of that. And it's farcical with data being released 2 days before the meeting that this decision is based on, which means that there is absolutely no chance for the commute process for us as a society. If many of us, you know, including myself, question how much do I want to trust an organization that's acting like this, that this is normal procedure for them, that this is how things look, then what do we, as a society, what do we do anyway, the main idea that I want to get across in this video, as I have, is that we're creating this kind of parallel solution, idealized solution for what we'd like the FDA Advisory Committee to look like. And then we're going ahead So you guys can see where the concept that I just shared with you in the last meeting about this kind of parallel advisory committee concept was, conceived at 4 a.m. this morning as I'm walking around. And that's essentially what my life looks like. That's how all of this has developed. It's just, a series of years of middle of the night walks where I'm just visioning, this alternative universe that we're now building. So the thing is that, I'm doing it in real time on a daily basis around the topics that are important to us and we're engaging with the world about. So this is where, in order for us to start to be able to actualize that information most effectively, like we've had such a challenging bottleneck to get it like out of my head and like onto our website or into videos. It's been like a process of like weeks or months and just all kinds of wrangling. But from now on, we're going to make it really simple. I'm just going to walk. I'm going to record myself. I'm going to send it to the production team, and the production team is going to turn it into all of this awesomeness. Okay. And again, I know that right now it's relatively limited resources within the production team. There's just 4 of us here right now besides me that, I'm talking to, but you guys understand also that doing all of this gives us the opportunity to write a job description about what we're doing and put it out into the world and attract more people. And we're really starting to ramp up what we're doing with the recruitment team. And I should even show you, like, no, I won't take the moment now, but the point I'm making about this is that this is a real revolution for our organization, because now we aren't going to be inhibited by the speed of processing. We're taking the processing out of my brain and we're putting it into a team environment. And especially as we grow that team and we grow the capabilities within the team, and then we outsource to the world and let them support us, is that, we can go ahead and have all this raw material that we can cut up and stitch back together and create whatever we need to. I'm a fountain for raw material. It's the processing of it that gets me bogged down. But now I'm outsourcing that to the team, and now we'll be able to really move much faster. So any questions? Does everybody understand it conceptually, and also how we're going to execute it technically? Okay, great. One other thing, thank you, Alexis, for the thumbs up. Renasia, everything clear? Any questions that you have about how we're doing this? Thumbs up. Okay, let me show you guys one more thing real quick. So when you go, some of you have seen this. I'm not sure all of you have seen this, so let me show you again. Okay, so when you go to YouTube, for all of the videos that we upload, I always set it this way so that YouTube makes an automatic transcription of the video. So let me just see if everybody's already seen this, I won't show it again, but has everybody seen transcriptions on YouTube? Let me show you. So when you're on YouTube, when you're on one of our videos and a lot of other videos, over here, down here next to the save is the 3 little buttons. So you go ahead, or 3 little dots, you click on that and it brings up open transcript. So you click on open transcript. And when you do that, it shows you this transcript here with all these timestamps. So this is the actual transcript of me speaking in the video. YouTube does this automatically. And so not only that, but you can actually, scroll through the transcript, and then, here where I say to maximize the resources we have, I just click on this and it jumps to that part of the video. And then, and so it gives you all of that. So it gives you the timestamp, and it gives you all of the, lines that go along with that timestamp. You also have the option here, if you go to these 3 dots, of clicking on that and saying toggle timestamps. So when you toggle timestamps, then it takes away all the timestamps, and now all you're left with is text. And now what you can do is you can scroll all the way to the bottom, and you can click, and then you can drag all the way to the top. So let it scroll all the way to the top, you see right now, I've got all this other blue over here. So I want to go all the way to the top, and then I want to come back into the box just before the first letter. So now all it has is just the words in the transcript and not all the external stuff. And then I can just do a Control C. And then, we can even do a Google Doc. So this is the 5 breakthrough systems that are changing the world, right? So let's go into where we've got the feedback for that. And oh, we want to do this feedback in this meeting as well too. I forgot. Thank you all for those of you that have been putting feedback in. It's awesome. It's great. So now down at the bottom of the feedback, let's just go ahead and put I'm going to do page break. Okay, so now we've got our whole transcript of our conversation. The only challenge is that it, as you can see, it doesn't all flow. It gets cut off that way, the same way you see it on YouTube. I've seen it happen. I haven't done it myself. Maybe one of you will be able to figure this out, that there are some apps that you may be able to paste it into. Microsoft Word, maybe one native Microsoft Word, where you can paste it and then it'll automatically just run it all together like a paragraph rather than broken up the way that it is. But the biggest thing about this is that, especially when you have a long video like we have, that you can now, do a search to find a certain word in the video. And you can do that on YouTube, by the way, as well. So that's another handy tip, is that if you know the word that you're looking for, here's future. So if I just go ahead and without this selected, I can do a Control F. I can do this in Safari at least. I think it's the same in Chrome and some of the other ones as well. So I do a Control F. Now I'm doing a search of the text on the page. And then I can say future. And then it goes ahead and it finds the 3 different matches of future in the transcript itself. So then I can jump, from one to another and just find where I was talking. And then, again, this is a hyperlink, so I can just click on that and it jumps to that part of the video. And then we can go ahead and listen to that part of the video. So you can use the, find both on YouTube live to find certain, parts of the video that you want to watch. And then also, like I was just showing you, when you paste the way I just pasted, then you can do it as well. Now I've lost where I put it, but you saw what it looked like. So any questions about using the transcript? And then also that way too, again, you don't necessarily have to type out word for word what I was saying. You can just copy and paste out of the transcript, into the minutes sort of thing. So this is where, Renasia and Alexis, I think you guys are going to start to get good at this again, because this is where, maybe there's a couple lines that you want to quote me. So instead of, again, having to type that, now you have access to the whole transcript and you can just find, the parts that you want to copy and paste out of the transcript into the minutes or into the notes. So I got the thumbs up from Alexis. I'm glad you like that, Alexis. So yeah, this is really good. We probably should have done a tutorial on all of this a long time ago, right? But better late than never. We're taking it to a new level now. Before it was introductory, minute taking and processing. Now we're getting to super advanced level. So is that cool? You guys excited about taking it to another level with all this? Cool. Alexis, Renasia, you guys excited about being on the
Yes, definitely.
the edge of the frontier for us? You guys are our explorers. We're heading west. Let's go into the unknown. Okay, great. So anything else that you guys want to know about any of that process of this new like video processing process? So the other part of it is we're going to have to really figure out like some kind of way to like some knowledge tree folder structure or something where we're putting all of these pieces. I think, Katie, maybe you can help with that. I think you've been good at that in the past. And maybe we can even call on some past all-stars that have helped us in those areas, Lily and Emily and Ariana and other people that are really good at those sorts of processing those things. Okay, we'll have to figure that out as we're going, but for now, what I'm gonna do, Renasia and Alexis, is, well, I can't say like immediately after we're done with this meeting, because I have to go ahead and, well, I'll send you guys the 130-minute video from today. And what I want you to do, both of you, Alexis and Renasia, is for each of you to do it separately. And then we're all going to compare notes so that we can like learn from each other and give tips to each other and all of that sort of thing. Okay, Katie, that sounds dangerous. I don't want to have any burning. Please take care of that. Okay, so does that sound good, Alexis and Renasia? I'll send you the 30-minute video as a YouTube video. The thing about it, as I'm saying that, yeah, Alexis, you have a question?
Yes, I do. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. When did you say you wanted, so when do you want us to submit the 30-minute video to the group?
As soon as you're done, as soon as you're able to. I want you to put it top on your priority list, and as much time as you can give to it tonight, tomorrow, as soon as you're able to. I think Renasia, from what you were saying, in terms of her putting in the numbers of hours each evening, that she may get it done quicker than you, but regardless, whenever you can get it done, Alexis. The thing, like I said, is this is giving us, especially in the beginning, we want to have multiple data points, right? Like Alexis, you may catch things that Renasia doesn't catch, and she may catch things that you don't catch. And we can kind of, by comparing notes and talking about things, we can learn like how we want to get better at doing this. We'll kind of learn what is better, comparing this versus that. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. You guys are setting the standard. So does that make sense? Yeah, great. So that's how we'll start, is each of you will process this 130-minute video to start, and there'll be some other shorter ones. And then, again, it'll just be doing that every day. And we have some others from the past that have been sitting around still. So there's still a bunch of content that we can go back and process. So we'll do that. Okay, so that covers the video processing for production. Yeah, that covers everything that I want to cover with that right now. So Maria, you want to take us back into the agenda and we'll continue?
Sure. Go back again. Okay. Okay, so first we had the FDA presentation.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
so
good.
You want to, yeah.
Yeah, let me make a note to make sure that I send this 30-minute video to you guys early. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. So let me tell you, Renasia, and can I share my screen for a moment, Maria?
Sure. There you go.
So the Renasia and Alexis, just to give you guys a heads up, when you're doing the processing of the YouTube videos, what I just showed you in terms of the transcript sometimes takes some time to process. Sometimes it even, like after you upload a YouTube video, it might even be a couple hours or sometimes maybe even more. I've seen it take before the transcript is available. So just keep be aware of that. Although as I'm saying that, I'll probably be uploading these videos in the morning, and then you'll probably be working with them in the evening. So hopefully the transcript will be available by then. But just so you know, if you ever click on these 3 dots here and you don't see it say open transcript, it'll always say report. So it always say report, but sometimes you won't see open transcript. So sometimes if it's a different video, they might not have created a transcript. Like I said, it's something that I put in the settings to make sure it gets created each time. But if you see it on one of our videos, if you click on the 3 dots on one of our videos and it doesn't say open transcript, then that means that it's still processing. So it means that if you need the transcript, then you got to wait an hour or 2 or however long you need to come back when the transcript is done being available. Make sense, Alexis? You got that? So Renasia, you caught that as well?
Sorry, yes.
Okay, great, perfect. Okay, so now we'll go into the FDA presentation, as you were saying, Maria. So, the main thing for the FDA presentation from the production team standpoint is, let me take a quick drink. There's, let's look at the slides that we ended up using for the presentation, because I want you guys to get a sense that, the way we handled the presentations last week, there's not a whole lot of space for the production team to really get creative with it. In this case, it's pretty straightforward with content and stuff, although I'm thinking about for my presentation, what I might have in there. I guess at this point, maybe we're just going to have you guys more like on standby. So here's the slides if you haven't seen, where we ended up. So just, real simple, our template, introducing myself and Katie. And then, that was just a diagram that Katie pulled from, some source. And then, well, actually, I should give Johnny credit. Johnny found that diagram originally, and then we incorporated it into the presentation. And then this is a quote that Katie pulled out that we just put into our template. And then this was another diagram that Johnny found that Katie incorporated. This was a creative slide that, Johnny found that was along the lines of some of the other slides that Johnny found and that we've had in other things that we've done. This, as you can see, is just like a quote from a news source and just showing the news source, and then another, template with some information, and that was it for our presentation. So there's not necessarily a whole lot for the production team to do within that scenario. There may be more this week, we'll see. I think one of the things, I think at this point, I can't think of anything that's like pressing for the production team within our FDA presentation itself. I don't know, Katie, are you thinking of any things that, you saw us look at or deal with that the production team may be able to help with this time around going forward?
I don't think so.
I think, maybe if we have some raw data that we want to create an infographic for or something along those lines, some kind of diagram or something that we want to create, that's where the production team could help. But I think at the moment, let's just keep the focus on the other things that we've got and not worry so much within the production team. I guess as I'm saying that, the one thing production team could potentially help with is some of the materials for like the experts that we're reaching out to, like if we're going to update like our flyer or our video or, you know, those different things is where the production team is going to jump in and help with producing some of our communications materials and the website too, which we've talked about before. So that's really the areas to be keeping an eye on, and I'll kind of help direct you guys with that as we're going through the week with that. So any questions about any of that?
No.
Okay, good. I think, you know, the main thing I'd like to spend a little bit of time on while we still have the time is going through the feedback from the top 5 video and spending a little bit of time on the video. Can I see the agenda again, Maria, and see what else, if there's anything else on our agenda besides that?
Yeah. Really quick. Okay.
Okay, so we covered the FTA presentation. Yeah, so we covered the new video processing and what we're doing with that. So now we've got the top 5 breakthrough video, like I said, and we're going to go into the feedback form. So here's the 3 things for us to cover with the rest of our time. We're going to go through the feedback form and our feedback document and read all the feedback that everyone gave and talk about it a little bit. And then we're going to, you know, identify any particular visuals that we're, you know, identified from the feedback that we've gotten that we want to create, and then talk about, you know, how we might create that within the team and who might create it and that sort of thing. And then also get into the background music and maybe pick one of the selections that you guys shared with us before, Alexis and Renasia, or maybe, you know, consider some new sources. But let's you know, consider that we're going to choose some background music for this video, as well as you know, create the visuals that we need. And I may reshoot the voiceover and all of that if I need to. I'm open to it if necessary. So what I want to do is, you know, really take what's a rough video right now and polish it up in these different ways. So does everybody get conceptually what we want to do? Any questions about what I'm sharing? Okay, thanks for the thumbs up, Alexis. That's great. So let's go ahead. Can I start sharing again, Maria? And I'll take us into this feedback document again. And we will start sharing. Okay, great. So perfect. So let's start with Renasia. Renasia, are you able to read your feedback from wherever you're watching?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I basically, hold on, I'm sorry. The description of the channels is very on point, which I really thought they were really on point. Like, you know, you just got straight into it. I like that because most of the time people like to talk in circles when they're describing something. But you did a really good job with describing that. And I said a screenshot because, like me, I'm just saying that this is my opinion. Some people like visuals of things. You can be talking about it, and some people, it kind of go in one area and out the other. But if they have a visual, they're kind of paying attention and following along. Now for
before you go on, yeah, if you don't mind, Renasia, since you mentioned that part, what I would like to do is share with you guys what I'm thinking about for that, and see if we're on the same page with that. Because just to make things simple at the moment, you know, to minimize our work just for this moment, I actually want to repurpose the what we have with the channels from the previous video that I created. So I just want to make sure that you guys are down with the way I did it before. So let's take a look at it. Remind ourselves what the channel, what that looked like.
I can't hear that. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if anyone, oh, okay.
Don't have it on yet.
This ship in a positive direction. The challenge is we have to be organized enough to take massive collective actions on a regular basis. Right now, our society doesn't have a mechanism that organizes us in this way, which is why Uniting for Action has been building one. We've come up with a very intuitive and awesome way to let you find, connect, and organize collective actions with the people you agree with. With our Information for Action website, you can simply change the channel to tune into the real time.
So here's where I was imagining doing some kind of simplified version of this, where it's got like the different channels like climate, domestic abuse, equity, plastics, whatever. And then it's just showing like this arrow changing from one to another like that without all of the dollars and all the other stuff, but just a simplified version of this. So do you think that works, Renasia? I saw the thumbs up. Yeah, Katie.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good example or a good idea to do for the video that we put our comments on.
Yeah, so we can just use this graphic that's already done pretty much and repurpose it for the other one. And then it creates a continuity between the videos as well. So that's cool. So, okay, great. So let me continue with the feedback document and let you continue with your feedback. Should I go to the next comment that you made further down the page?
Yes. Yeah, this one was straightforward as well. I say that because we've all worked on the experts and it's always been a great idea. So that's kind of how I feel about that. You know, we put that together. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it was good.
Is what?
It was good.
It's good. You like that? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm glad that you like the way it's presented there. That's excellent. Okay, good. And so that was it. So any other thoughts or comments that you want to share about the video or any pieces of it?
No.
Okay, great. So Maria, you want to go ahead and share your comments as well?
Sure. So I like this part, the first part, and I agree with what Renasia said, that some visual aid pointing out the channels that we had should be great. So yeah.
But do you think what I just showed was good and sufficient, or do you visualize some better way that we could do it?
Yeah, I think that is good. We can also put some like pictures, maybe, I don't know if we can put that. Like us working on it, kind of that. That's what I imagine. That's what I put in there.
So, I'm sorry, describe what you imagine again.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult for us because we don't actually like go to in-person places. We do everything like, you know, online. So yeah, I was kind of imagining like some pictures of people like working on the projects and some things like that. But what we can do with that, it's mainly like the videos that we have, the clips that we already have from the meetings. So yeah.
But how does that relate? How does that relate to the channels? That's the part I'm not clear about.
Yeah, kind of, because let me see. I really like this part and I agree with Renasia that some visual aid pointing out the channels. Yeah, because maybe here we use YouTube, so it's kind of that, right? I'm not sure about that.
Well, we're using YouTube, but let me show you the channels. Katie, you said you would envision that for the open source part. What are you envisioning for the open source part, Katie? What do you mean by that?
I think like the visuals of us working on the project, I think that would work well for the open source.
I hear what you're saying. Got it. Got it. Yes. What I'm going to show Maria is the channels at its current format, and I'd really love to have it at a much better format by Tuesday if possible, but I'm not sure where we can get to by Tuesday. But we have our experts channels, and then, you know, this is where each channel has a certain number of articles, a certain number of experts. So we can scroll down. And so, you know, this is the actual channel at the moment in terms of it's got some experts, it's got some articles, that sort of thing. So this is what the channels look like in terms of what a channel looks like in its current format. And then like the selector for the channel is still, it's actually more like a drop-down list or more like a list like this where you're browsing through the channels and then you choose a channel and you click on it and go to that channel. So that's like practically how we're doing it now, just to kind of explain, you know, the functionality of the channels at the moment. So does that make sense? So yeah, so if we want to like show a demo of us actually going to a channel or something like that, like what I was just doing would actually be what we would do essentially.
Yeah, exactly. I think that that's like the best idea for that. And we maybe can use the graphic that you showed before.
Which one? Oh, the one with the changing channels.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, good. Any other thoughts from anybody else about that part, the channels? Well, actually, I think there were some more comments in there that we'll get back to. So let me let Maria continue with her other comments. So here, what about this part, the breakthrough?
Okay, so through this whole part, I would suggest adding a video of the process. Jared it is explaining step by step, and continue with Jared being on the video again from the part when you start saying, with our experts for action platform, you will find, etc. So the whole process, it's, I don't remember what you were saying there, but basically what you are describing in that part.
Okay, I don't remember either. So let's go ahead and bring it up so we can look at it and see.
Breakthrough comes in, our Experts for Action platform. This is where you can find what all the different experts have to say about any topic you're interested in. With all the experts in one place, we can pull experts in real time to let you see where all the experts stand on the issues you care about. You'll see the percentages of experts that stand on one.
Yeah, I agree with you, Maria. All this part is where I want to have visuals that show that. And we did have some visuals in that previous video that I was showing before, but like this is what it looked like essentially, but I want to do better visuals than this for the next one if we can. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it, but yes, I agree with you that while I'm speaking about that part, we should be showing some visuals. Okay, good. So let's go down to this one.
Okay, so in this part, I think it would be better to add visual elements like pictures or videos, if necessary, of the process being explained while Jared talking is also shown in the video. Some parts with visual content, and some others just you talking to the camera.
Okay.
This part was, I don't remember either.
The collective strategic solutions. Yeah, so let's
which leads to our number 3 breakthrough, facilitating collective strategic solutions. By having all the experts work with all the stakeholders to vet and develop collective strategic solutions to address our challenges.
So this is the buildings, like the 1,000-story building and the 1-story building and all of that, which I also agree we need to have some visuals to show what's going on there. So for sure, we definitely need to have some visual. So I'm just curious when you're saying, so you're saying like while I'm talking, like there's a small like graphic like next to me while I'm talking, or how are you visualizing it?
Maybe, but what I was mentioning, there's sometimes just a visual or the video and then you again and the visual like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, good. Okay, let's see how quickly we can wrap up with the rest here.
Okay, so in this part, I also think of adding visuals, specifically some clips of our general meeting, so most members appear in the video. This is what Katie said.
Yeah.
And that way it seems, yeah, more entertaining to those watching. Also a video going through our YouTube channel, showing the videos we upload, as Jared is also talking about this, and Google Docs. So yeah, it's basically that.
Got it. Okay, good. I think that's a good point. We can be showing video of me navigating through our Google Docs and also our videos. And yeah, that's great. Okay, good. And
The last one, okay. So the definition of nano actions, when you say this, I think that this could be in the videos with the same purple background of the transitions of each breakthrough, and with the word followed by the, the symbol, and then an animation of word by word as a concept is being defined by you. Also, I think we have to find a way so the voiceover of some parts sounds the same as when you are talking in the recorded video. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, I'm just reading the other. This is Tatiana's. So Katie, I agree with the audio difference being a big distraction. Yeah, I understand. So yeah, I'll clean that up. Let's go through Katie's comments really quick. I know we're getting close to the end of the meeting, but I want to hear what everyone has to say and make sure we're taking all of this into account. So Katie, you want to go ahead and share? Oh, you just did this. Great.
Yeah. I actually did it earlier. I just, for some reason, added into Tatiana's comments. So I just moved it. Yeah, that was kind of before we talked about what we were saying earlier. And I like that better than what I'm saying there. That's kind of a moot point.
Yeah, well, I like the channel switching transition idea personally.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that when I saw that. So you're saying it's a moot point after we said the other part?
Well, I just don't see how it would fit in this time. I think it's the idea to keep in the back of our heads if we ever explain it again.
I hear what you're saying. Okay, it's a good point. Yeah, the notification sound at 1:20. Oh, you said that. Yeah, I know that was disappointing that happened. I don't know how to pull that out. We'll have to see. I'm not the thing is I'm not imagining that this video is going to have a long life cycle. I think that this video is going to get replaced by a better video relatively quickly, but still, we do want to make it as good as it can be while it's what we're using. Continue down, Katie, this one. Maybe also point to where they can get involved on our website. Yep, that's a good point. Like going to the page and showing people sign up and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Audio being a big distraction. Okay, good. Okay, anything else, Katie, that you want to add to any of your comments or any of your thoughts about the video?
No, I like all that we have been talking about so far.
Okay, good. I wanted to ask you guys, what you thought about the the graphics and the way that I did it and the way that it looks and whether you like that style and all of that. So let me just run it really quickly and let you guys give me feedback on, the whole number and the way that you
strategic solutions. We're relying on our number 2 breakthrough. We're open sourcing our entire project.
So do you guys like that? Think it's cheesy? Think it's good? What do you think?
Collective strategic solution.
So all of this different animations and stuff.
I definitely like it. It's the branding colors.
You do like the branding colors?
Yeah, it's very cohesive.
Okay, good. Because I think Tatiana said she didn't like the colors. We have to go back and look at what was in there. I like it. Keeps people intrigued, says Alexis. Yeah, I agree with Katie, says Maria. Okay. Good. Okay, good. So do you guys like, let's look at the actual colors. Because I want to go back to, I think it was Tatiana's comment. Somebody remember that, what she said? Yeah, so I love the concept as it shows that this is groundbreaking work that is being produced. Some things that may be taken into consideration are the graphics and the colors. In my opinion, they don't seem to be very eye-catching enough. They almost give a superhero approach to it, which could be a very good thing as we are making this something very substantial. But I think that making them more vibrant could make the videos seem more alive. So what do you guys think about that?
Can you say the last part one more time? I'm sorry, the phone's breaking.
Yeah. She said, some things that may be taken into consideration are the graphics and the colors. In my opinion, they don't seem to be very eye-catching enough. They almost give a superhero approach to it, which could be a very good thing as we are making this something very substantial. But I think that making them more vibrant can make the video seem more alive. So that's what she was saying about this graphic and these colors. So what do you guys think?
Maybe she means the background purple color, making that pop more, but at the same time, you don't want to make it pop too much because it'll take the focus away from the popping of the three. So I personally, I think it's fine. I see what she means about the superhero approach, but at the same time, I feel like that's kind of what not what we're aiming for, but kind of like what we're given a little bit. Or if I'm wrong, let me know.
Yeah,
Not
no.
like a superhero, but
Well,
like a
that's the vibe. Yes, says Maria. Yeah, well, it's funny that you guys are saying that, and I see that we're at 8. So if any of you need to leave, we're going to wrap up pretty quickly here. But if any of you need to leave right now, we understand. But it's funny just to show you guys because I had the concept in my head of what I wanted to look like, and so what I did was I searched for POW. You know, Batman and Robin, POW, bang. So I searched for POW and then I changed it to images. And that's where I found all of those graphics exactly like I was visioning it. So yes, if you got the superhero vibe, it's because I found it using the superhero vibe. So yeah, it's funny. Thank you, Alexis, for acknowledging that. So Maria, you have to go. Okay, see you, Maria, and I see Renasia.
It was for Renasia.
Oh, it's from Renasia? Okay, got it. Okay, so Renasia's gone. Okay, so like I said, we'll wrap up here pretty quickly. But again, now maybe you'll see it differently now that you've seen the POW. But do you think you guys like it the way it is? You think it works the way it is? Is there any adjustment that you think we ought to do to this to present better, or you think it's good? You like it, Katie? You like it, Maria? Okay, we'll ride with it for now. Let's go back and get ready to wrap up. So I think we pretty much covered all the main comments. Here's one more from Tatiana. I think that halfway through, there seems to be a drift in the video where an audience might get lost. So maybe it would be good to add a quick little graphic to the screen to remind viewers to join. It can be a little pop-up at the bottom that says join Uniting for Action with the mouse clicking on the website. If this was something that people wanted to do, then I think between 154 and 328 would be good. So that's a very interesting comment. I never really thought about something like that. I like that idea. So, well, I don't know if I can implement that right away, but I like the idea of that. So that's pretty cool. That's just nothingness. Anybody want to say anything about her comments about that in terms of the drift of the video and then adding a click join the website now or something like that? You guys
I like that.
like that idea?
Yeah, me too.
Mhm. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Same
I
here.
agree with
Bye.
Maria, and I think finding a better audio solution would be helpful because the nano action audio caught me surprised that having it match better with the audio would make it seem smoother. Yeah, that's all very true. So yes, I will do that. Okay, good. So now that we've reviewed all of the specific comments, and thank you all for taking the time to make the comments and then also process them now. So any other feedback that you guys want to provide about, improving this video in any way and using this video? You guys like the concept of the video, the top 5 breakthroughs or innovations? I went back, Katie, after you mentioned that yesterday and thought about, maybe whether we might want to change the innovations. And I actually was leaning towards that for a little bit, but then I went ahead and I recorded that you guys will see later at some time, a recording about breakthroughs, because I was thinking, what does breakthrough mean? And breakthrough to me means that you're basically, breaking out of the normal paradigm, the existing patterns, right? You're breaking through into a new realm that wasn't there before, which I think describes very well what we're doing, in all of these different areas, is that we're looking at what the established patterns are in a certain place. And we're saying we can do something different that essentially breaks through those patterns. So I think it's a good branding tool for us for now. And we'll see where we go with that. But that was the kind of the concept behind it. Any feedback from you guys about that, the idea of that, of what I just described? Like it? Okay. Okay, 3 thumbs up all around. Thank you guys. Okay. So any other thoughts, comments about that video? Any ways that we can execute better, do anything different call to action, anything? So Alexis, you got to go. Okay, very good. See you. Have a great night. Yeah, I think we're just about done, but yeah, just want to see anything else that you guys think in terms of the video. Okay, and then just to give you guys some more context, as I've shared with you, as soon as possible, each one of those individual breakthroughs is going to have its own web page that's going to describe more about the breakthrough. It's going to have maybe some other different videos. There's going to be one intro or overview video for that breakthrough. That's going to be its own 2 to 5 minute video that'll get into that breakthrough, and then there'll maybe be some other breakout videos that short topics, what have you. So that's kind of the way that things will be on the set up on the website, that you can flow between these different concepts and that sort of thing. So again, we'll be getting into more of that in the coming week. I think we'll have some more web pages on the site, hopefully at least those 5 sections, those 5 breakthroughs by our presentation on Tuesday at the latest. So anything else that you guys want to share before we wrap up here? No? Okay, great. Well, thank you again, Maria, for the leadership. I'm very excited to see how all of this is going to unfold. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Katie and Renasia and Alexis, for all that you guys are putting into this. I'm very excited about this new leading role for the production team to be able to really help push us into these new realms by processing all of this content and giving us the opportunity to really flow with speed, with what we're doing now. So super exciting. Claps all around for the production team. Production team rocks. I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. I will see you later. Bye.